What?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our beautiful Tuesday Zoom. I love you. I want to hear your beautiful voices, but I'm also gonna have to mute you right now. Nothing personal. We just gotta get this going and be mindful of everyone's time. I am so excited to be on this Zoom with you guys, and we have some amazing stories. My name is Christina Potter, and I've been with Isogenics for a little over 5 years. I'm an executive with the company, and I've had insanely amazing, life-changing, both physical, financial, mental, you name it. It's like the answer. It was the answer to all my prayers in one bubble. Okay, so without further ado, before I go ahead and introduce everybody else, I would love to announce that our team has a brand new millionaire. Carlotta, baby, I just unmuted you.
Uh-oh, you unmuted me.
Last week you were a guest on this Zoom, and
Yeah.
I said, "How you're just what, a few $1,000s short?" Boy, I didn't know
Actually,
I
I
was
think
that
I was
close.
already there, but they hadn't announced me, so I had to keep quiet.
Oh, great!
And guess who was in
Congratulations,
the car with me when Kathy Coover called?
Jennifer.
No, come here.
Oh, your baby!
This guy, my baby.
Are you proud of your mama?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are too. You have an awesome mom, man. I'm so grateful she's on our team. Thanks for sharing her with us.
I just want to say one thing, Christine. I got to pull my hands out real quick. I'm sorry.
Oh.
This woman was at the first event I ever was at, and we was out by the pool together, her first event too. And she's the one that dragged me by the ear to get into that event. And to see her become a millionaire in this company just lights me up more than anything. And I love you, girl, because if it probably wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't be sitting at home right now.
And Debbie's sending you kisses.
No, yeah, you would have. That rock star you're married to would have gotten you there. She would have slapped you silly if it wasn't me. But hey, I'm super grateful, and anyone can really do this. The trick is not to quit, but I'm grateful to all of you because I could not have done this without my team and without the support of my son, my husband. I mean, this is teamwork makes the dream work. And just having, in this little office, my husband would bring me in, still will, dinner when I'm sitting here hustling. So I'm very appreciative to all of you.
I love you, girl. Thank you so much for popping on here, and congratulations once again. I can't wait to give you a big hug and see you walk on stage. And you're such an inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
You have a great evening. Okay, I'm gonna go back to. Okay, so once again, welcome to our different makers Zoom, and I truly believe that there are different makers in every single one of us. I really think that it's just a matter of believing in yourself, and a matter of aligning yourself with the right people, with the right company, with the right mindset. And the only way we can do that is by being a teamwork. And I am so happy to, I'm gonna actually share my screen really quick. Here we go. I'm gonna do this and show you guys. You heard me say Isogenics. Some of you know and love this company. Some of you have no idea what Isogenics is. You will by the end of this call, I promise. We value ourselves on integrity, and you're gonna hear a lot of stories about transformation, whether it's weight loss, whether it's financial, like you just heard Carlotta's story. And it all depends. I mean, she had to make sacrifices, and so did Debbie, and so did I, and so does everyone. Just like you don't get a six-pack if you don't do the sit-ups, right? You won't get the $1 million if you don't share what we have, and you don't get to have the time freedom or the financial freedom or the health you deserve and desire if you're not willing to put in the work. So you my daughter's leaving back to college. I'm sorry. I know we work from home, so
I'm sorry.
I love you, Bella. Bye. Working from home, right? Here, are you living your ideal life? That's a question we don't always ask ourselves, and we're not taught to ask ourselves. I know, speaking from experience, we're used to just, oh, you know, if you have enough money to pay your bills and you have a car that's reliable and you have a house and you have a roof over your head, you know, that kind of stuff, you're having a great, you know, good life. And yes, you are a lot more fortunate than some people, but are you truly living your ideal life? And that's what we're here to figure out. What is your ideal life, and how some of our team has found their ideal life through this amazing company called Isogenics. In case you didn't know, because you know you lived under a rock somewhere, or maybe in a different country where people are in a lot of better shape, 69% of adults in North America are considered obese or overweight, right? And you're gonna hear a story tonight from our Myron, my Isa husband, like most people call him. We got mistaken by husband and wife at one of the events. And he's lost over 100 pounds. Him and his wife, his true wife, Laura, has lost over 100 pounds each. So we have the solution for that. We also have, you know, $83 billion industry. Let me minimize this really quick if I can. I can't. All right, so get the picture. You're gonna get to see Jeff's abs. I don't know if he'll show him on camera, but I know we show him on pictures. You know, we are tapped into $83 billion industry, which is the gym and the fitness industry. Who wouldn't want to be part of that, right? Get people to have six pack if they want it. Anti-aging market, 331,000 $331.41 billion is expected to be by next year. So yes, you'll see our team here and you'll meet other people that look phenomenal, do not look their age. We definitely have the anti-aging market down to a T. So imagine a business that converges all of these together. Ta-da! Isogenics. Build on integrity and a vision to impact the world's health, one person at a time, one conversation at a time. We have solutions for weight loss, performance, vitality, well-being, personal care, and also financial freedom. And we have our very own Jason, who has only been with our company for a little over a month, right? And professional pilot. This guy has done it all. Like, I mean, professional speakers and trainer for over 30 years, has was a best-selling author. I mean, is a best-selling author and publisher, published over like 11 books worldwide. It's a network marketing veteran. He's been in network marketing since 1994, but he hasn't found the right company until now. I'm so excited to hear his story and also learn from him. I mean, he's a vet in the industry. I had zero experience in network marketing. I had zero experience in, you know, fitness industry other than selling gym memberships and, you know, over in Santa Clarita and hanging out with Debbie Beebe. If it hadn't been for that, I wouldn't be here because I wouldn't have known Debbie Beebe, right? What else can I tell you about him? He's coached in class, I mean, trained over thousands of people, network marketing. Oh, father of two, and he's been married for 14 years. And I'm just, no, we're not going to Jeff. Not there yet. So let me exit this, stop my share, and let's go. Where are you, handsome? I would love for you to unmute, and I cannot wait to hear your story. Let us know how Isogenics is the company for you and why.
All right, that's a lot to live up to. Holy cow. And
you got this.
And you're giving me an hour and a half, right? Because I got about 2 hours worth of material.
No, but we can give you another Zoom all to yourself another time.
All right, I'll see what my hourly rate is and I'll get back to you. All right, am I up? Ready? So like Christina said, you know, I've been in network marketing for years, 26 years. And I don't know, there's probably 12, 15 network marketing companies that I've been in. And I've struggled and I've failed and I had trouble with uplines, compensation plans, motivation, finding my purpose. I mean, you name it, I've gone through it all. And I've really struggled to do that. So I guess before we get too much further, I do want to say thank you for letting me be on this call and share my story. It's a true honor and privilege for me to be doing this, especially after only being in the company a couple months. So that's pretty cool. So I'll start back kind of at the very beginning. I've always wanted to be a pilot since I was 2 years old. And my whole life, I did everything to become a pilot. I thought about being a pilot. I flew remote control airplanes. I built model airplanes. I studied courses. I took all the classes, went into college, and I had attained my dream of being a pilot. And I've been a pilot for 29 years. And I flew professionally for, I'd say, about 9 of those 29 years. Greatest experience of my life. Don't regret a second of it. You know, I got to meet a lot of people, fly a lot of places, but I was gone all the time. The first 2 years of my daughter's life, I didn't even get to, I hardly ever saw her. I'd wake up before she got up and I was out flying. I wouldn't get home until late at night when she was already in bed. So it wasn't really the ideal job for a family man. So I struggled with that, but I still loved what I did. I mean, my office was in the clouds. How cool is that, right? It was just total freedom and I loved it. Fast forward a few years and in 2009, I had some medical issues and I started getting dizzy when I was flying and I lost my medical, which ended my career for the rest of my life. I can't fly ever again. So something that I have dreamt of since I was 2 years old was now gone and I was completely lost. I was depressed, really depressed. Didn't know what to do, where to go, nothing. So I've jumped around a lot of different jobs. I had a lot of jobs and did different things. I always kept on going back to that, my core, which is teaching. I was a flight instructor. I've been a corporate trainer at a whole bunch of different, like college, different corporations, Fortune 500 companies, stuff like that. I really like speaking. So I've done that off and on throughout the years, even back since 93, I suppose. So quite a long time. So I'm still trying to find myself and I knew network marketing was the thing. I followed Eric Worre for several years. I actually became a crew member, which I got my shirt from Eric Worre for being on crew, which is pretty awesome. I thought it was very fitting for the things that I've gone through. I am definitely an indestructible person. You know, I keep getting knocked down, get back up. Les Brown, I loved Les Brown. One of my favorite sayings has got me through a lot. And I think about it and say it all the time. When life knocks you down, make sure you land on your back because if you can look up, you can get up. So I've always truly believed that. And I've always fought because I know there's something better out there. So doing these different companies and network marketing, different jobs and everything, it kind of all came to a head 4 years ago. We had some unfortunate things happen. And from circumstances outside of our control, we ended up having to move away from where we lived for 8 years. Well, my wife, her whole life, and me for 20 years, we had to move away. So things did not go very well at all. So we had, in 10 months, we moved 3 times. We had 4 houses. We carried 2 mortgages for over a year. Our kids had to go pick up and go to 3 different schools. My wife had 3 different jobs. And I found out what a friend of proximity and convenience is. Because we had a lot of friends, but it turns out that they were only friends because we were close to them and it was just convenient. You know, we have a lot of friends that still stay in contact, but we lost a lot of friends too that we thought were really good friends. So it was hard. And for many months, my daughters cried themselves to sleep every night because they lost their friends, they lost their house, their school, everything that they knew and loved was gone. So, it was really hard. We've struggled. We're doing good now. Don't get me wrong. We love our house. We love the school. We have incredible, amazing, awesome friends. The job's good. It's still a job, but it's good. But I'm still looking. I'm still looking. And Jeff and Debbie Beebe, they've been poking me for 2 years. And they're like, dude, you got to try this isogenics thing. You got to do it. And we've estimated that I told Jeff no probably 24 to 30 times. So if that isn't a testament to following up and persevering, that is, that's what it took for him to get me to say yes. And I'm so thankful. I thank them every day, every time we get on the phone. I'm just so thankful. I'm down 31 pounds. I've gained a whole bunch of lean muscle. My bones, my aches and pains are all gone. I can lift weights again. I used to be a bodybuilder, and I completely atrophied down because I couldn't lift. I couldn't move. I was tired. I slept. I was sick. Had all kinds of problems, and all that stuff's gone. I haven't even got to the financial side yet. So, I started December 1st or so, November 30th, I guess. So I've been in a couple months, 2-3 months, and I kind of sat on the sidelines just to see what happened. And I started losing a bunch of weight, and people started asking me, "What are you doing?" I'm like, all right, this is the real deal. I'm going to give this a shot. So in a very short amount of time, just in the last couple of months, I've been able to make an extra $4,000. And most of that started after Christmas is when I started making that money. The cool thing about isogenics is you're rewarded for helping other people. And this past weekend, I helped a bunch of people on my team rank advance and help people get started on products, things like that. So in 36 hours, I made $1,236. So, that feels so good to be able to help people and achieve their goals. And I don't even worry about the money because I know if I help enough people, it's just going to happen. So I know my time's getting short, and I tend to get very wordy, but I wanted to leave you with this, that when we were in NYKO in Phoenix last month, they told us to find a defining word for 2020. And my defining word was freedom. And I think it fits what isogenics can do for me and my family, and what it has done for me already so well. So freedom for 2020 for me looks like this. It's freedom and security for my family, freedom from debt, freedom from a job, freedom from moving, freedom from being tired and illness, and freedom from losing friends, and freedom from losing our house and having bad health and being obese, because I was clinically obese a couple months ago. So I challenge everybody to find your own word of 2020. I want you to know that this is the real deal, that the money's there. If you have a serving heart and you want to help other people, that you literally can achieve anything you want. And, my support, my friends, my mentors, Debbie and Jeff Beebe, they're millionaire number 244. And now we're congratulating our number 311th millionaire, Carlotta Davis. So I want to congratulate her personally. That's super exciting, and the sky is the limit.
If they can do it, so can we, right?
Absolutely.
It's the exact same compensation plan. It's the exact same product. It's the exact same training. It's the exact same everything. The only difference between someone who doesn't make a dime, someone who makes over $1,000 in an hour, or who makes $1 million, it's the amount of love and care they pour into other people. Just, you know, whether it's following up, like you were talking about, Jeff, following up with you. And, you know, we have amazing people in our company, millionaires that, you know, other people, so this just makes me think of Susan Sly. Like Susan Sly said no 21 times, if I remember correctly, right? And now she's a millionaire. So you're 27 times. It's just guarantees that, you know, you're ready to move on. You know, before you weren't ready, now you're ready. Thank you so much. Yeah, go
My
ahead.
secret to my success,
Yes.
and this is great advice to anybody. Number one, no excuses. Persist without exception. Just keep going and keep doing. And whatever your mentor tells you, do it exactly what they tell you to do. So like when Jeff and Debbie tell me to do something, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to do that. That really doesn't sound like it'll work. Don't care. I'm doing it. They're millionaires. And all my people get the benefit of my training from Jeff and Debbie. So just go out and do it and listen to the people that came before you because they know what they're doing.
You can have excuses or you can have results. That's like one of my favorite lines. And also it's beautiful that you have the tracks to run on. And I was at an event a few years back, and one of the speakers said being on Isogenics is like being on a train. And just because it's foggy doesn't mean the tracks are not there, you know. And some people choose to jump on faster and some people used to get off. As long as you stay on that train and you do not get off that train, you will make it. As long as you put those products in your body, you will feel amazing, right? Exactly. How many days did it take you to get it? Like for me it was 5 days.
I was about 3.
3 days.
Yeah, 3 is when the pain started to go away and I started feeling really good.
Yeah. And
I just wish I would have jumped into the business side a little bit faster.
You did it at the right time.
I'm unshakable. I'm unbreakable.
You're unshakable. Yes, I love it. Thank you so much for your story, and I really value your time. And I hope that if whoever gets to watch this either now or later, they get to hear your story and they get to understand that it doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter how long you put how can I say this? It's not what you've done in the past, it's what you do now. Mm-hmm. And with this company, you're set to go. There's no, I've been with it for 5 years and I don't understand how people, and I've seen some people quit and I don't understand. And then they come back. Just the ones that do quit and tell you maybe they, you know, it's like, oh, you know, it's not for me. Just wait. I promise they will be back in a few years or a few months. And they'll be like, I shouldn't have ever left. It's like, no other business can do that. You know, you don't have to worry about someone firing you. You're your own boss. You put your own time, you do your own thing. And I love that. And I loved how you said your office was the sky. Now your office is whatever you want it to be. It's right. You on the ground and the sky. You have Wi-Fi up atop when you're flying anywhere, right? On the beach somewhere. I love the beach, so that's my favorite office. Thank you so much for your time and your share, and I cannot wait to see you walk on stage with everyone.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Do you mind go ahead and muting yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, where is my slide? I lost. Oh, there. There it is. Let me do this. So, and we're gonna go. No, Jeff, I'm gonna skip you. I'm gonna go to Myron. Sorry, I love you. So for those of you who do not know Myron, he is an incredible, amazing guy. Him and his wife, she shared on our call a few weeks ago. He's a California boy. He's a surfer. He's been a surfer all his life. And believe it or not, he surfed even when he was 100 pounds heavier. And he's been in the movie industry for over 40 years. And he had a lot of long hours, a lot of stress. He was overweight, overtired, overstressed, and in his own words, living to die. That is no way to live. But I'm so grateful that he was introduced to Isogenics and he's part of our team. He's a father, a grandfather of 3 beautiful daughters, grandfather of 5. And but like we mentioned earlier, both him and his wife Laura have lost over 100 pounds each together. They've been married for 38 years. He's also got honorable mention with the ISA body a few years back with his transformation, which is phenomenal. And I think he's found a new way of living his life and a new purpose. So Myron, my ISA husband, where are you?
Right here.
There you are. I love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much for having me on here, my beautiful
My
ISA
pleasure.
wife.
My pleasure. So let's inspire and motivate some people, and please, please, please pour your heart out and let us know, let everyone know what Isogenics has done for you and your beautiful wife and your family.
All right, so I'll start at the beginning. I was born in 1957. Nah, okay, I'll see. Anyways, yeah, like Christine was saying, I was very active at a younger age. I surfed a lot, you know, moved to Hawaii and surfed on the North Shore there for 6 months, and started working at MGM Studios at 18 years old. And in 1979, I met my beautiful wife, Laura, who's in the other room. I don't see her on this call, but let me see, how do I do that? Okay. All right, never mind. Anyways, yeah, so we got married, and, you know, I was working some good hours, and we had just had a brand new baby girl, our first daughter, a brand new house in Venice. Well, it was an old house, and a Ford Bronco we had just bought. And it all changed. I was going out of the MGM gate, and instead of going right towards Venice, I was going left towards Culver City, and I got hit by a 67 Riviera, just totally crushed my ankle. And I'm just looking up at the sky and going, what the hell did I do? And I was in the hospital for 3 weeks. Just didn't know what was going on. They had me on Demerol like every 3 hours, and thank God Laura, she's so strong that she was able to hold down the fort. You know, came home, and I was out of work for 6 months, so it really took a toll on me. And I just continued after 6 months, just continued working long hours, and you know, bad eating habits. They mean good on the set. They feed you, but they feed you at the wrong times. They feed you pizza and, you know, sugar foods to keep you, you know, up late and stuff. And just the long commutes. And I also had a problem with pain pills. I was taking pain pills for 10 years trying to take the pain away, but it wasn't going away anymore. It just became a habit. So fast forward, we moved out to Santa Clarita, you know, and we had a big house. The kids moved in, the kids moved out, the kids moved in, the kids moved out. And by that time, my ankle was so bad, it was on bone, that I just basically had to have an ankle replacement. I couldn't get it earlier because it wasn't made for people that were as young as I was. You had to be like 70 years old and not active. So, you know, in the meantime, in between that span, Laura and I both put on an excess of over 100 pounds each because we were just stressed all the time. Laura was caregiving, you know, both our mothers. My mom lived with us, and it was just very stressful. So I had my ankle replacement, and I moved her into a retirement community, which was by Palm Springs, which that wasn't really the right thing to do since she was only 50 years old. She was the youngest spring chicken in the place, you know. All we did was bob in the pool and talk about happy hour. We would literally walk through the gym for 2 years. So one day I was out with my daughter, and I went in the garage to get something on top of a ladder, and I fell off that ladder 6 feet right back on that ankle that just been replaced, and I broke it again. And I was looking up at the sky again. I go, what did I do again? And my dad, he died of a heart attack. He had some heart problems. So it was I knew I was really putting a lot of stress on my body, you know, and my heart, but with all that weight. So we, our daughters, you know, needed to get healthy too, and we have the grandkids. I wanted to be there for the grandkids. So Laura and I were looking for something to do. We tried, you know, with our insurance, but that wasn't going to work. We were going to go with this other program, but we had just sold our freezer and you had to freeze the food. So we saw our friends Justin and Nikki posting all crazy on Facebook. They're all happy. Go, what is going on with these guys? So we got in touch with them, and I said no probably 2 or 3 times. And finally we said yes, and we bought 4 packs, and Laura and I and 2 girls started it, and results tell me everything. So just started getting results. You know, I did the system with my wife and daughters exactly as written, and, you know, 2 days shakes and right into the 2-day cleanse. And right after that, I thought, you know, I felt the light, I saw the light, and felt really good, and just wanted to keep on going. So we went to events, and we went cross country, and Laura, and this isn't typical, but Laura had lost her 100 pounds in 10 months. She beat me to it. I lost mine in 10 and a half months, but it's been great, you know, and then we just been going to all these events all over the place, and I started playing music again. We finally said, okay, we're out of this retirement community. We're too young. We're there 20 years too early. In fact, on that one cross-country trip, we stayed at Christina's house in North Carolina. And we said, okay, this looks like the place that we want to be. So we, you know, took our motorhome again in 2017 and sold our house, and we moved out to North Carolina. And I always said I was going to get back into the music scene again, because I played a lot of music way back when with bands. And so now I'm just playing, you know, I'm getting paid to play out here, playing solo, 4 sets a night, and just having the endurance to do it. I'm in the gym working out, which that never happened before, you know, and Laura's just like crushing it with me. So we both released over 100 pounds each, and it's nonstop. And the biggest blessing is helping others and seeing others when they get it and they do it exactly as planned, and seeing their eyes lighten up, because you know they've got it, you know. I mean, they feel it. If you really do this system the way it's worded out, you'll get that juice in you, and you just feel it.
And the musician in you also has a song that at the end of the Zoom, guys, if you can, please stay and hear Myron's song that he wrote about our shakes. It's like, he's an amazing singer. I love him. Okay, so this company has allowed you to be the husband, the dad, the grandpa that you've always wanted to be, and you didn't even know you're missing on all that stuff until you started this, right?
Yeah, I was just didn't have the energy to even, it was just, you know, couch potato, well, lazy boy potato.
and you know what I love? It's like you guys started sharing this because your stories were amazing, and then all of a sudden you started getting paid while you're traveling on your RV around the country and visiting, you know, ISA family. Jason, take note. This is a family. It doesn't matter where you live. We still love you, and you're gonna love us. It's not like the friends that you moved from, and trust me, I've moved all over the world. This is the longest I've ever lived anywhere. But
yeah, we would post
this is
on
ISA family.
that we would post on Facebook where we are, and people go, come on over. You were one of them. Come stay in our, you know, I got a place for you to park, and everyone's just gracious, and just everyone, you're surrounded by people that are just loving.
So you've got your health back, you've got your life back, you got your wife back, and your music back. Right? I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Myron. And I hope your story inspires, and you know, for the people that are out there that might not have to lose 100 pounds, know that there are other Myrons and Lauras out there that are looking for a solution.
There's just one more thing I just wanted to say. Another thing that helped us in the very beginning was with Rod Hairston, and it was the belief. And, you know, the 4 principles of focus, that what you focus on, you find, and that can go either way. If you focus on negative, you're going to find negative. If you have that belief, you're going to, you know, go. And then the next one's what you focus on, you grows. What you focus on seems real, and what you focus on, you become. And we're living testament, because that's all we focused on, is positivity.
And you're focusing on moving forward and saving more lives. from what I know. And
Yes.
I can't wait to see you in Utah. And yes, he mentioned events, and we do have, we know how to have fun. And having, it's like a family reunion twice a year, NYK, or at least twice a year, NYCAO and celebration. Just get with the person that invited you to the Zoom, or and they will be able to help you with that. If you are not with Isagenix yet, and if you are going to be soon, please, please, please come and see us and give us all a hug at celebration, because we want you to be there. Thank you so much, Myron. I love you and I appreciate you, and thank you so much for your inspiration. Now I'm gonna go and share my screen again. If I can make it bigger. There we go. Play. And we're going back to Jeff. Jeff, baby. Now, Jeff, I can't introduce Jeff without introducing Debbie. I'm sorry, Jeff. I love you, but I have to. I met Jeff and Debbie over 20 some years ago when I was a single mom in California, struggling on so many levels, and they took me in as their own kid. I became really good friends with their daughter, so they're really dear and to my heart. And I am forever grateful for what they did back then before Isagenix, and what they've done since with Isagenix. Jeff, looking at his picture, you know, we're talking about healthy aging and all that good stuff. He is 59 years young. 59 years young, and he makes 20-year-olds, puts 20-year-olds in shame, to shame. I know we had a event in Vegas, and he actually showed off some 20-year-olds. I'm not going to get into that story. He's been married for 41 years to his beautiful wife, Debbie. And if you guys don't know Debbie, you need to get to know that beautiful soul. They've been with Isagenix for a little over 7 years, and they, like we mentioned earlier, they're millionaire number 244. Jeff has a very beautiful story about his family, and how, I'll just let him get into all that. You'll know. If he cries, please give him extra love. And if you see him, give him a hug, right? So he's a father and a grandfather. My grandpa never looked like that, just saying. And neither did my dad, just saying. He was a big skeptic, and he didn't believe in the products, and he didn't believe in the company. But his wife, like, you know, Carlotta said, who pulled him through. And he's helped thousands of athletes and thousands of people all over the world, including myself, to take my life and to a whole new level. So without any further ado, Jeff, Beebe, I love you. And tell us what Isagenix has done for you, because I know what it's done for me and what you've done for others. Now we want to know what it's done for you.
What a wonderful introduction. And Christina, I love you from the bottom of my heart. You're like a daughter to us. So to hear just that little bit of a story, to go back, I remember letting my daughter go to Romania with her when she got married for the first time. My daughter's like 17. I'm like, no way, you know, but she became a daughter to us. So I'm so grateful that we were able to have a ripple effect now in her health and now in her financial freedom for her and her family. So it's so wonderful to see this and to hear these stories and to see everybody on here. I know most of you guys, and, you know, to, you know, start off with Myron and Laura, you know, they're in the same industry I was in, 36 years. And I know when he said those words about the hours and all that, I was there. And to see how his life has changed, to see how Jason's life has changed just in a month and a half, you know, to see the lives that are being changed along with mine. But going back to Myron and Laura, to see these two individuals, I'm going to go into my story in a second, but I just want to tell you how much the support on this team, between Christina always being there in this team, Myron and Laura, and all the new people that are jumping in, just supporting each other, is incredible. But to see Myron and Laura, every time they show up to an event, we barely recognized them. It was like, oh my God, their body transformed that much, that much, that much, that much, that much. I mean, their faces just went from balloons to these slim faces, their bodies, and to work out with them. But I'm going to tell a quick story. We went to Zion National Park. We went to one place first in Sedona. His wife stopped at the edge of the hill and started crying. And she said, "I never went past here before." I'm gonna cry right now. so
I told you.
with that being said, to see that and where she went, and then Myron, if you guys haven't been to Zion National Park, Angel's Landing is the largest mountain in there, the most steep. You have to climb with a chain to get up. These two went to the top of that mountain with us. Myron, we'd stop to breathe, and I'd be, "Where's he at?" Boom. He's 20 feet ahead of us because his ankle. And he just never stopped. He's like a billy goat. And to see the lives that are being changed along with my own is powerful. So now back to that, my story. You guys impress me and you inspire me every day, and I appreciate you guys every day. And anybody that's on here that is looking at Isogenics, please get off the fence, because all you're going to do is get splinters in your butt. You see the changes that's happening here. It happens. It happened for me drastically. Going into my story real quick, I'll try to make it quick. My wife got onto this because of health, and she's going to share her story sometime, but it was serious. Tumor on the end of her pancreas. She needed good nutrition in her body. I just was not, I'm just here for you, honey, here for you. I blew up. During her stress, I blew up. In the film industry, owning equipment too, I never had days off as a workaholic. And I blew up about 60 pounds. And I've always been in shape. I have 2 different style black belts in martial arts. I boxed, I fought, I loved it. It was my energy releasing. When you get from healthy to unhealthy that quick, it jacks you up. Just like Myron said, getting hit, it messes in your head. And I'm seeing all these transformations. My wife's a trainer. She starts training people. And I'm seeing these transformations. Finally, she says she's going to do this as a business to help individuals. And I'm like, "Okay, honey." And believe it or not, a little financial thing, I offered to pay her to quit. And you see that millionaire number? You think I offered to pay her to quit at one point because I didn't know what I didn't know. I jumped on this program, my flipping head spun. I dropped 28. This is my story. We can't, compliancy, we have to be careful because everybody's body is different. You heard Myron's, you heard, everybody's different. You might lose it faster, but I dropped 28 pounds the first month. I dropped a total of 60 pounds in 4 months. I went from a 38, almost a 40-inch waist that I used to be at 34, went to almost a 40, 38 tight. That was my breaking point. I just said, "Give me the box, honey. Give me the box you're giving everybody else. I don't care." And I did it. And I went down. I'm 190 pounds with a 31-inch waist. I'm almost 60 years old. I'm in the best shape of my life. and as a former athlete and a workaholic, you know, I know what it takes to do both, to commit, to get results. You know, you have to commit to do something to have a change in your life. And I just 100 committed to it. And then I had a commitment to myself to seeing all my film industry friends and each and every friend I come across to never give up on them. And I basically told all the guys that work for me, "Listen, you're doing this or you're not working, dude, period. Credit cards are on the table." You know, because I knew this was going to change their life and they were going to live longer. And so with that being said, we did become number 244th millionaire in the company, and we made over 7 figures in about 3.5 years in the company. And that's not to say to impress upon you the lives that have been changed. So if you just want this product, you're on this call, get on this product. I jumped on, I take it real serious now. I use all the AMP product. We're Informed Sports Certified for pro athletes. I've helped so many pro athletes. You got to hear some of them. Mark Greer on the call the other day, former pro athlete, Albie Shepard. These are all family to us. And to think wherever you're at, just put it in your body. You see what's happened to Jason in 3. He can fit 2 people in his pants. You know what I mean? He's lost 30 pounds. He had a, I don't know, 40-inch waist, probably like I
He
did. 40,
gave birth.
huh?
He gave birth. That's about how much a woman
Birth.
gets while pregnant.
Yeah.
And
So with that being said, just I really promote this for pro athletes and anybody you know. This is for everybody. This isn't for, oh, I got to just lose a lot of weight. This is about healthy aging. I'd be
Yes.
60 years old. And like Christina said, I'll even take my shirt off. I'm a 20-year-old.
Can
Because I know what it can do for you guys. So as an athlete now, I go to the gym 5 to 7 days a week. I'm loving it. And I really want, my mission is for each and every one of us to jump on this product and share with some people, because if it wasn't for all of us, childhood obesity, we're changing it. And our mission is to change childhood obesity. And Myron didn't even hit on it. He bought 4 packs, I think he said. His kids almost lost 100 pounds. Kids. So let's have a ripple effect on people, guys. And I just love you guys for showing up. And I hope each and every person listens to Christina Potter. She is a rock star, and we're just so thankful that she's put these on. And I want you to
I love
really
you.
about everybody coming on these every week, because you will impact somebody's life like it did mine. I'm getting to live a long, healthy life now and
Jeff,
enjoy time
I
freedom.
want you to. There's something that this was prior to isogenics. This is just something that I don't even know if you remember or. But prior to isogenics, a long time ago when I knew Jeff, he had a car accident, and it was a bad car accident.
Yeah.
And I remember I don't remember if Danielle told me or you told me, but to me this is still stuck in my head. The doctors told you that if you weren't in the shape you were in at the time, your back would have been broken. Like your muscles, because you were an athlete, your muscles held your spine in place, and it didn't just break like a breadstick or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So that to me, and this was 20 some years ago. This was a long time ago. I can only imagine the shape that you're in now, and things like that people don't think about. It's like when you don't think about losing weight so you can sit down on the floor and play with your grandkids, right? You don't think about losing weight just in case something happens to you, and your body needs to be in top shape so it prevents something tragic like that from happening. This is not just about having a six-pack. This is about having a healthier lifestyle. I mean, I'm not going to go into my husband. He's been on the product for over 5 years, and he had a 500-pound safe fall on top of him, like a gun safe on Thursday, and he was able to somehow hold that safe up. Right? Like, I'm not saying isogenics did it. I know there's some kind of divine thing with it, but he is in great shape. And I took him to the doctor today, and the doctor said, your spine is perfect, your joints are perfect. There's so much more than the six-pack. There's so much more than, athletes love it because they know about health. But people that everyday people like me, I wasn't an athlete, right? But it's impacted my life, and I know it's impacted yours on such a level beyond the physical appearance, right? Like, you had a family of medical conditions that you broke that chain. You mind going into that a little bit?
Oh yeah, I don't mind.
Because that to me is heartfelt. I mean, everybody sees your six-pack, everybody sees Jeff's big heart, but not everybody knows Jeff's history. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll hit on it a little bit. 41 years married, a few different accidents. My wife and son got hit by a drunk driver. He is 4 months old, newly married. We were 22 years old, had our daughter. So my son, paralyzed, going through living in hospitals, whole spine fused, having surgeries every year and a half, putting rods in his back, that whole deal. My wife going through this, and then and then that car accident that she was talking about. I'm backing up. This is where life can change in a heartbeat, guys. I want you to really soak this in for a second. Life can change like that. So you want to take control of your life before you come to Jesus moment. Right before the accident, my wife, I was on a jet ski 4 months before my wife had my son that got paralyzed 4 months after that from a drunk driver. I got hit by a jet ski right in the head. My brain was hemorrhaging, flying me out. I couldn't remember things. I couldn't read. I couldn't do nothing. I would forget where I worked. We were both messed up. And this is when you fall down on your back, you look up. 4 months later, this is what happened. My son was born while I was on the 4th floor. My wife was on the 3rd floor having my baby. I was in surgery going here. And then when you get out of that, you realize, and then 4 months later, getting hit by a drunk driver, you realize real quick, you got to get up. You got to get up. You can't dwell in your sorrows. You can't look back. So that's happened. And then when she was talking about one of our accidents, I got hit by a car going 105 miles an hour, rear-ended me. Brand new little Mustang of my daughter's. I just bought her, daddy-daughter car. And it did. I snapped the steering wheel, and it was because I was in great shape. So then, I'm trying to hit this quick. And then when Isagenix came into our life, that's when the tumor happened on my wife's pancreas. Tumors on pancreas usually life's over pretty quick. They did surgery. I'm so thankful for Isagenix coming into our life because we're proactive in our health. You can't say it cured it, but you can say God gave us stuff to be proactive in taking our health to the next level. We are proactive in becoming healthy. And that's when I got sick because I was so worried about her. And that's when it comes into your life. And that's my transformation. I already heard all that. But I think what Christina wants to hit on is we all have stuff happen in our life. And you all look at, okay, shoot, they're doing extremely well now. You know, we lived on 3/4 of our money all the time because I knew in my head I had to invest in my life to take care of my family because I thought life can happen like that. I almost got taken out how many times? And I knew, so I had to take care of myself. So I'm asking you guys to really take care of yourself and be proactive in your life. Put this product in your body and get as healthy as you can because life can change like that. And now my whole family, clear down to my granddaughter, everybody has to be on the program. Do I pay for it all? Yes. Because why? I make a lot of money with Isagenix because of all you guys, all these lives that I'm looking on here, most of you guys I know. And if it wasn't for this person touching that person, this person touching that person, I'd look at, Jason touched Tom. Christina touched this person. That person touched that person. Myron and Laura, another person that I enrolled, touched Myron and Laura. It's about the ripple effect on helping others.
If it hadn't been for you, well, if it hadn't been for Debbie, and then you deciding to join her, none of us would be on here.
Thank you for
Myron, that. I don't know where I would be. I don't know where any of us would be. Thank you guys for saying yes.
Yeah.
And
I just
for
want to
impacting.
this and then Christina take it over. Just please, if you're new, I know a few of our guests are on here. If you're new, you heard some of these stories. And it all comes from love and being proactive in your life. And you heard 100 pounds, 30 pounds. These stories are incredible. You heard the financial stories of freedom, Carlotta Davis. You heard somebody brand new. You hear it from us leaders that have pretty successful, but when you hear it from somebody brand new, a month and a half in, Jason, the product works, 30 pounds, 2 people in a pants. The compensation plan works because he's flipping touched Cowboy Bob. He's touched all these people. And Cowboy Bob's down flipping 8 pounds or something, or 10 pounds. He just started. His wife flipping 10 pounds, 14 pounds. 14 pounds he's down. He just started. Guess who joined him? Because of why? His wife saw the change in him. So be an example for your kids like Myron and Laura are. And that's it. Myron's got his guitar out, and I can't wait to hear it song.
I love you guys. I know we went over, but you can't not hear the whole story. And Isagenix is and will always be our home, our family. We're in it for life, right? Isolifers. If you guys have not said yes to Isogenics, reach out to the person that got you on the Zoom. And if you have said yes, stay with us, stick around, pour love into people, because Jeff and Debbie said yes, I was able to stay home with my kids. I was able to stay home with my mom when she passed away. I'm able to have the freedom and do what I desire and have the best health. I'll share my story, I promise. But because of Jeff saying yes and someone else saying yes, then Laura and Myron did. And because they said yes, Jason said yes, and Cowboy Bob said yes. It's a ripple effect. Okay, it's not about you. Don't make this about you. You already feel great if you have this in your body. Who do you know that would love to feel amazing just like you do? And go there. Who do you know? Who do you want to bless with this? Remember you before Isogenics. You'd be like, I don't want to go there, right? There's so many people out there in this world that are us before Isogenics. There's so many more Lauras and Myrons. There's so many more Jasons. There's so many more Hannahs. There's so many more. I can't even see everybody because I'm on here, but you know what I mean. I love you all. Thank you for being on here. And I am going to let Myron unmute himself and share his beautiful song with us.
All right, thank you. Hey, I just got one thing to say about Beebe over there, Jeff Beebe in the gym, working out with him. They don't have enough weights on the machine because every time we go over there, it's like he's a full stack. It's like, what the heck? And then his ab workout, we would do the abs together and I'd be cutting out and I'm looking over. Okay, that's it. Anyways, that's all. I just want to show you my headstock real quick. I don't know, it's probably upside down, but it says, "Our song has just begun." I had that put on there. But I'm not doing that song. I'm doing a song just explaining the system. So here it goes. First you take a shot of some liquid gold. Then you take your hands and you're set for the show. Get yourself some water, some Isolene Pro. Mix it up with ice and you're ready to go. You gotta shake it. Shake it on up. Shake it once, baby, shake it up twice. Shaking it's gonna make you feel alright. A couple hours later, well, you're set for a snack. We got so many options, we got your back. We got bars, slim cakes, and whey thins too. You got this, baby, the rest is up to you. You gotta shake it. Shake it on up. Shake it once, baby, shake it up twice. Shaking it's gonna make you feel alright. Shake, snack, meal, snack, shake, it's simple as that. Shake, snack, meal, snack, shake, it's simple as that. Shake, snack, meal, snack, shake, it's simple as that. Once you get started, you'll never go back. You gotta shake it. Shake it on up. Shake it once, baby, shake it up twice. Shaking it is gonna make you feel alright. Shake it once, baby, shake it up twice. Shaking it with you makes me feel alright. Woo!
Yay!
There you have it. It's simple.
That makes me want to grab my harmonica and play along.
I was playing drums.
I saw that.
He sang that in Banff, Canada.
Oh, good.
On